Hello, my name is Ashley, this is Faithful Rattos, and welcome back. So today's video is going to be a little bit of a vlog. I've got some cagey stuff to do today. My last rats should also be going home today or another day this week. Rats from my litters that I've just had. And I'm also going to start doe intros today. And on Thursday, one of my does is getting a tumour removed. So it's a busy week. So I thought I would vlog it for you because I think it's some interesting things that's going to go on. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing right now, and then that's it. That's the vlog. Why am I so awkward when I vlog? I don't know. I'm really sorry. So in here I have my 6 babies that are left from the does. 4 of them I'm going to keep, and the other 2 are going to my friend. We just need to work out logistics of collections and stuff. That should be happening sometime this week. So my does are going to go into intros, and then I'm just going to clean this cage out for the baby girls, to the 2 to go back in that are going to go to my friend in this Freddy 2 Max where the baby does have been staying. Then over here we have my group of 10 bucks. They have been in intros for about a week since all the other rats that I wasn't keeping from those litters have gone home, and they've done really well. I have been doing their cage yesterday, and I'm also going to be finishing that off today, and hopefully they will go into their main cage today. So that is what's on the cards for us as of today. So the 2 baby girls that I'm not keeping are in here. I've had to go with towels because they should be going tonight. And I think that's fine, just very temporarily. I just didn't want to fill a whole tray and them not even make it. It just feels very wasteful. So I'm doing that. Now in here, I have got my 10 girls. So you can't even really see. Sophie, Dandelion. Mara is that roan, and then we have my 2 black girls. So Godiva is the Rex, and Azura is the smooth coated. She's the one who's got a surgery. Then we've got our 2 Siameses. From here I can't tell, one of them is Marissa, one of them is Serafina. And then we've got my other 3 babies, Prune, the top ear Rex, she is a Sable Wheaton. And then we have Lyra and Dare. Lyra is a Russian Wheaton, and Dare is a just bog standard Wheaton. I don't expect I'm going to have any issues with these intros. These are babies to mums and friends, and I don't expect any issues. So I've just whacked them together whilst I tackle this. So this is the boys' cage so far. I did these big branches when Rat Dad was around to help, just because they're quite complicated. And we went for putting in the second shelf, just because I noticed that just having one tray, even just with the 6 of them, was a really big load, and it was getting really dirty quickly. So I'm adding the second tray for another litter option. And this is some packing paper that I am going to use in it. I haven't ripped it up or anything. It's just there for storage. So this tray was made this week. I finally got around to it. So now I just need to fill this kind of top half area, and they should be good to go. I've got some things here on the floor that have been cleaned recently, and I've also got obviously my boxes of stuff that if I find something that I need, I've got. But yeah, that is what we're working with today, and I think I'm just going to come back to you when I have a full layout, because I find putting a cage together with viewers really stressful, so I don't think I'm going to do that. So, ta-da! I've finished the cage. This is very exciting, and the boys are going to go in soon. Just nice little finishing touches like this that are going to be destroyed within minutes. I would just like to sit here and appreciate, just for a little while, the sunflowers from Boggle Buddies, and I actually foraged these myself. So here's the setup. I've gone for the light coloured 16-inch Tic Tac. Just the usual stuff. I think this is from Ratty's Angels. This is from Ratcessories. Stuff from Rat Rations. Lots of nice Java branches. I think this little foraging toy is from Heart Rat Creations. We've got some stuff from Mini Pets. So this little ledge thing is from Mini Pets. And this toy there is from Mini Pets. Some of these toys I've actually made myself, which is really fun. Yeah, this is the boys' setup, and I will put them in there just in a couple of minutes. Hello, welcome back to the vlog. I mean, you've still been watching it. I'm very awkward, especially when I'm vlogging. I didn't vlog anything when the babies went home because I think that would be a bit of a weird thing for me to do. But they have already made themselves so at home, and they're doing really well. And I've been getting loads of updates from my homes already, which is really nice, which I didn't expect. And they're all doing really well. And at some point I will sit down and make like a video talking about all of my thoughts and feelings about this whole process with the litters and everything. Perhaps it will be in the video when I officially introduce you to the keepers. But yeah, today is a rather nerve-wracking day as Azura is getting her lump removed. And I don't know whether I'll film a clip or I'll show you a picture, but her lump has been steadily growing and growing and growing and growing the past couple of weeks. It was initially, it didn't really grow very much at all, and she has been on Phenolac, which is cabergoline. That's the active ingredient, or like the name of the drug. Phenolac is like a brand name, which is supposed to help in some occasions, and initially I think it was, but it's not anymore, and it's growing very fast. So Adele is coming to remove that. Fingers crossed everything goes well. My last 2 surgeries that I tried with rats didn't have very good endings, so I'm hoping to break the streak and, you know, have 3rd time's charm, or whatever it is that they say. What else? So yeah, that's what's going on today. I'm also going to try and make a good start on putting the girls' cage together, because obviously they're in intros right now and the stuff is clean. So I'm gonna try my best to do a good cage setup for them, because tomorrow I'm actually going away for the day, and then I'm going to stay overnight and come back later on Saturday. So I don't have a lot of time to do the things I want to do, and if I want to get a video up at some point this weekend, I'm also going to have to film that today. It's probably going to be a video about rehoming. It's probably already up on my channel, hopefully, when you're seeing this vlog. But yeah, so that is the plan. I'm not sure how successful it's going to be, but we shall see. So the boys are in their cage now. They've been doing pretty well. We've had a couple of scuffles since going into this cage, which is completely expected in my opinion. They've been doing really good. Then this is the girls' cage, which is pretty much emptied apart from some big branches. I do need to clean out these trays today. And this is clean hammocks. This is stuff that's been cleaned. If we go over here, we have the girls and they're in intros. Right now, I thought they look so cute. They're doing very well. And then, over here in the bathroom, we have all of the clean stuff that had a bath yesterday. So hopefully I can make a nice little I don't know what I'm doing, cage setup. Yep, he's leaving me. He's left. Nobody likes me in this house. Everyone prefers Rat Dad. This is your warning. Behave yourself. Thank you. I've just been blabbing at the camera, and it wasn't even recording. So that's good. Anyway, this is a segment filmed after I have been trying to distract myself by filming a video. So I've just been filming a video about rehoming. You should have seen that just previously on my channel last week. I got a little bit political, got on my soapbox a little bit. But yeah, as you saw from the previous clip, Adele has taken Azura. We signed the forms, we talked about it. She is going to remove the lump and then continue and spay if the procedure is going well. I'm feeling quite nervous, as you can tell from my demeanour,
because I've lost the last 2 rats that I tried to do surgery on. So not me personally doing the surgery, but we lost the last 2. So the last one that we lost was Granny. She was getting spayed for her pyometra, and she just didn't even cope with the basic pre-med. She passed just from that. And then we had Kiryu a couple of months before that, who was getting neutered, and the procedure itself went fine, but then he went downhill during recovery and they were unable to get him back. So yeah, I'm pretty nervous. My track record, my streak isn't very good, and I think that's what's making me more nervous. Historically, I haven't been super nervous about surgeries. I've been pretty chill, to be honest. But yeah, I am quite nervous. I trust Adele, and I don't have any particular worries about Azura. She is a well-bred, healthy girl. She's never had any issues that I can recall in her life, so I'm not so worried about that. But I am a bit nervous, just because of my recent history. So I've been trying to distract myself. I did do today most of the girls' cage, which I'll give you a little tour of once I clean the trays, because the trays are grim, because I haven't cleaned them yet since they were in there. Yeah, I'm just blabbing now because I'm really nervous. Rat Dad has heard me give this little speech twice now, so he's like sick of me. But yeah, I'm gonna go try and distract myself. I think I'm gonna try and read. That would be good. Or maybe get myself ready for tomorrow, because I'm going on a little trip to see my favourite show, The Lightning Thief, the Percy Jackson musical. I'm going down to see it in Wimbledon on tomorrow night and then Saturday afternoon. Yeah. Wish me luck. And Azura, wish Azura luck, guys. I will come back to you no matter what happens and let you know. Hopefully she's good. Fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed.
So Adele is in the van with Azura, hopefully doing the surgery, and hopefully she's being good. Fingers crossed. This is me crossing my fingers, guys. Fingers crossed. Hi everyone, we are back. She's not dead. They weren't able to do the spay because she was not breathing on her own during the surgery. Were you, little girl? So they just went for the lump removal, and then so this is what she looks like. Nice neat wound. So yeah, they just did the lump removal, not the spay, because she wasn't breathing very well on her own and the nurse had to do that. And then once they turned her over, she was doing fine. She's only a couple of, I'll probably want to say only half an hour since she's been here. Adele brought her up, we had a bit of a chat. She went to the loo, because obviously she's mobile, she doesn't have a loo in the van. She gave me her charity calendar, which I'll show you in a second. So I'm going to leave her in the carrier for a while. She's got food and she's got water, and as you can see, she's definitely a lot more alert and she's being her normal self. She looks a bit uncomfortable, which is to be expected, just because of, she's got the bandage on her tail from the IV, and whilst she's drugged up on painkillers, this wound here is not the most comfortable. But yeah, I will keep you updated on how she does. And since it's only a skin deep wound, because that's where the mammary tumours generally are, because it's only a skin deep wound, she should heal up pretty fine. And even if she messes with the stitches a little bit, we should be okay. And I've dealt with big open wounds, so that's okay. I'm going to let her go back into the carrier and settle down for about an hour or so. And once she's had a bit of a settle down, I'll add her back into the girls. They're in a pretty much hospital cage anyway because of intros. And then once she's good to go, they can move into their cage. But yeah. See you later. Good. Hello everyone. So I just got... Ow! Sophie. I'm trying to open this door, girls. But you're not going to let me, are you? I just got home from London. Rat Dad is at the cinema with his mum. This is the 1st of November that I'm filming this on. I was in London for
yet again seeing The Lightning Thief, which is a Percy Jackson musical. And as you know, a lot of my rats are named for the Percy Jackson musical. There's one girl, Dare, where is she? There she is. She is named after a character in Percy Jackson. But I have Grover, who is one of the, main characters. And then also Riptide, and that's the name of Percy Jackson's sword in the boys' cage. But anyway, so I'm a bit obsessed with Percy Jackson, and the musical is really important and really special to me. So it's on tour around the UK, and this weekend was the final performances of the first leg. They are going to be on a break for all of all of November, all of December, until towards the end of January when they come back to Cardiff. And so that means I just felt the need to go to some of the kind of closing-ish shows. So I missed the last show this evening, but I went last night, which was Halloween, and we all dressed up as the cast. Not the cast, well, the characters. It was very fun. And then I did this afternoon show today, and then headed back from Wimbledon up to Cov. And some people stayed, especially the ones who live a bit closer to London, to go to the final performance of this leg tonight. But I unfortunately couldn't. Just the trains it would have been just too much. And given that Azura's surgery and everything, I just had to, calm down a little bit and come home. The girls are in intros. They've been in this stage since, I want to say, Wednesday. Given how Azura's wound is looking, I may move them over into their cage tomorrow. All I need to do is clean the trays and they can go in. But I didn't get a chance to do that with everything I was doing before I left yesterday. So, yeah. I've had a really nice weekend. One of those bittersweet things, I always find that the after of seeing a show that you're so looking forward to, or like an event, it's quite difficult to navigate emotionally, because you have the coming down feeling of being so excited. At least for me, I feel those emotions very strongly, so I do find that quite hard. But it was lovely, and there is a lovely group of people who I speak to about the Percy Jackson musical. We have a little group chat. This came about because of plans to do something for the closing in London. And it's just a wonderful group of people who are also neurodiverse, who understand those things, who love the musical, who love musicals in general, who love Percy Jackson. Yeah, great. That's just a bit of a life update. I don't think I need to blab more about Percy Jackson right now. I will catch you up tomorrow, I think. I might show you a clip of Azura's wound. It's looking pretty good today. She thankfully hasn't messed with it. That would have been very annoying given I wasn't here. But Rat Dad was here. She's had her pain meds and everything, and it's healing up very nicely. So I expect now that we're 2 days after surgery now, that she'll be okay with it. I'm so glad that Adele was able to come and take that nasty lump off. She said that there was 2 quite big blood vessels attached, and that's why it was growing so quickly. So yeah, you look pregnant again. Why are you so fatty? Right then, I will see you in the next clip, guys. Bye bye. So, we have a finished cage for the girlies. Here you go. Finished cage. Azura's wound is looking really good, and I've spoken to a couple of my friends just to sort of reassure myself. They all agree with me that she's good to go back into the main cage. So yeah, this is the cage we're working with. I personally feel like I know my rats, and I know that I can jump from a relatively small cage to a kitted out cage like this, but when it comes to intros, especially with unknowns, you probably want to take it a little bit slower. I just wanted to add that disclaimer in. Good
Merry morning. So I know this vlog has been all over the place. So I hold on, I'm trying not to show you where I live. I'm going to a rat show today, which is a very exciting rat show because this is the first one I've taken my babies to, and I'm hoping that also Sophie can get her final star and become a champion. So we shall see. I'm also taking part in a rat train this weekend to help get some nice, lovely breeder babies up to a good home. So I'll show you that as well, and this vlog might be a little bit late because of it.
Hello. So, I've been really bad at vlogging this vlog, and there's been so many things happening that I've been like, oh yeah, I'm gonna vlog. But it didn't. For example, the show yesterday went really well, got barely any footage. I will show you how all the batteries did when I get home, and I can show you like certificates and stuff. But today I was part of a little rat train where I took some rats yesterday from the show for one of my breeder friends, and I brought them up here to Preston because I've got a direct train to Preston. Brought them up here for two sets of rats for two different people to collect, because Preston's easier for them to get to. They still had to do a decent amount of travel from where they live, but I was happy to help make that possible. My motto is that if I talk a lot about the community and everything, if I don't also give back to the community, then I don't think it's fair for me to expect that people do stuff for me. So I like to do stuff for the people. I also like spending time on trains. I'm a bit of a weirdo. But yeah, that is the situation here. There's train delays today. I think it's because of somebody passing away. So not ideal, but also my day is not the worst day because of these delays, you know what I mean? So yeah, that is what's happening right now. I'm at Preston Station. I probably have rat shows. You've seen me here at the station before. Yeah, I'm just eating orange matchmakers with my empty tanks, listening to YouTube videos about horse welfare. I'm having a grand old time. Don't you worry about me. Hello. This is the last clip in the vlog. I have a couple of updates to give you about things that went on in the past couple of weeks that I just didn't tell you or vlog about because I'm really bad at vlogging apparently. So the first one is Azura and her surgery. So we are on, I want to say almost 2 weeks post-surgery, and this is what we're looking like. It's very nearly almost healed up. She did get what I think was probably a seroma. She developed like a lump. At first I was quite worried that it was actually another tumour. I don't think it was. And the top of the wound slightly opened and the fluid drained out. That's basically what seroma is. It's fluid retention, and it can happen with tumour removals because the body is used to there being like a cavity, like gap there, and so it kind of just fills it up because it doesn't know what to do. So that's what went on with Azura. She is now very good. Yeah, maybe a week and a half because she had it done Thursday, but not the Thursday just gone, the one before. So she's about a week and a half, and she's very nearly fully healed up, and she's got her fur growing back, obviously, as you can see. And I did promise you that I was going to show you how the rattos did at the show. So starting off in pets, Bridges got a special for handsome boy, and he also got third, I think, adult owned book, which was really boggling, which was really good. And then Prune, one of my babies, obviously Porter's Bridges is as well. Prune did really well in pets. She got best adult owned doe, best adult owned pet, And she also got third best pet. So she got 3 pet stars, 2 for her adult owned doe win and 1 for being in the Supreme. That was in pets. And in varieties we also did really well. I had hoped that Sophie was going to get her final 2 stars, because it's a 2-star show, but her final star to become a champion, because she's on 7 and you need 8 points to be a champion. And she didn't, and that is because Bridges got the stars instead, which I'm not too fussed about. At least I got the Wheaton stars. They did pretty well. They did as I expected them to do. Dandelion didn't do as well, but she's not the perfect example of a Rex, and her type isn't as good, but I kept her because she's cute. And Porter, who was in Shaded Dumbo, he did really well too. So Porter and Bridges, they both came 3rd in their section. So Bridges came 1st Wheaton Kitten, 1st Shaded Kitten, 3rd Shaded Challenge. And Porter, even, sorry, I'm getting confused. Porter came 1st Shaded Kitten, 1st Shaded Dumbo Kitten, 1st Dumbo Kitten Challenge, and then 3rd Dumbo Challenge overall. He also was the highest placing novice. So he got this rosette, and novice is just rats that are bred by a breeder who's not yet stud, because that's like a 2nd generation thing, because you have to have bred the mum and bred that rat. Novice is for before that, and it's for breeders, like it's a prize. Anyway, I was really happy with how I did at the show. Coming up this week, we're actually going to have Chetney put to sleep, so it was nice to have something happy happen, and for Azura's surgery recovery to go well. But yeah, that is everything. See you guys later. Bye.